Hello everyone, my name is Hannah. Welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be talking about my spring break TBR. So by the time you're watching this, it is officially my spring break. I'm a teacher if you didn't know, and so of course I get a spring break when the kids get a spring break. So I'm pretty happy about that fact because I just really want to spend my whole spring break reading, and I'm really looking forward to just spending so many days in a row reading instead of just like a weekend. So during my spring break, since I don't have to go to work, the next day or the day after, I am planning to do a 24-hour readathon. So when this video goes up on Friday, I'm filming this on Wednesday, but when this goes up on Friday, tomorrow, I will be starting my 24-hour readathon. I'm going to start it at 9 p.m. on Saturday and then go till 9 p.m. on Sunday. And I just kind of arbitrarily chose this date, but I think it'll be fun. So I'm going to go over all of the books that I have planned to read during those 24 hours and then all of the books that I plan to read like throughout the rest of the week. So let's talk about the books that I plan to read for my 24-hour readathon. First up, I plan to reread Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. This is part of the Throne of Glass read-along that is being hosted by Jody from Jody/Vanilla Moon, Sid from Sid Bookworm, Molly from Mind of Molly, and Steph from Steph Loves, I think, are the hosts, or all the hosts. And I've been participating in this since January. It's just reading one Throne of Glass book a month, and this month is obviously Crown of Midnight, and I've been very much enjoying my reread because I love this series so much, and it's hard to like stop reading for a month and then pick up the next book and then watch the live show and then have to wait. Like, I just want to binge the series again, but it's kind of nice to just read one a month too because I really like the live shows and all the discussions. So anyways, yes, I plan to pick this book up. The next book I plan to read in that 24 hours is The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. This was my book of the month book pick for this month, and it's pretty short. I did have the audiobook saved on Scribd, but it got like taken away until the 23rd of March, so I won't be able to listen to the audiobook of this, but that's fine. I'm a little nervous to read this now because it was advertised on Book of the Month as a fantasy pick, which is why I chose it. Like, I didn't really even think about it. And I have heard that this is not really fantasy. It's like barely magical realism. And so I'm a little nervous because Noelle from Noelle 7 Pages said that it's basically like a historical fiction book with like just a sprinkling of magical realism on it. And she wouldn't call it a fantasy. And so like, I'm not a big fan of historical fiction. Like, there are some historical fiction books I like, but it's not really my jam. So we're gonna see how this one goes. Hopefully I enjoy it. The next book I plan to pick up for that 24-hour readathon is All Systems Red by Martha Wells. This is the first book in the Murderbot series, and they're very short books. This one I think is like 170 pages or something like that, but it just seems like it's going to be a really funny science fiction story. I've heard G from Book Roast talk about this book, and she really likes it. And so I'm pretty excited to pick this one up, but like the little tagline on the inside flap says, I have to make myself do things I don't want to do, like talk to humans. And if that's not a mood. So I'm really excited to pick this one up. I hope that I love it, and then I'll definitely be picking up the rest of the series, but I'm super excited. The next book I plan to pick up is Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. Now, I DNF'd this book in 2020 and I made it like well over halfway. I made it 435 pages and then I just got kind of sick of it, so I put it down. But I've been seeing a lot of people talking about Chain of Iron, which is the series after this. It's the most recent Shadowhunters book that came out. I really want to read that one. So I have to pick up the rest of the books that come before that. Like, I have to pick up this one, Queen of Air and Darkness, and then Chain of Gold. And so I'm gonna finish it. I just kind of feel like when I DNF'd this last year, I just wasn't in the mood for it. I had lost interest and wanted to move on, so I put it away. and I'm kind of in the mood for it again. So I think I'll definitely be able to finish this in that 24 hours. And then if I manage to finish all of those books, the next book I'll pick up is A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. I am in the midst of my reread of this book. I'm only 80 pages in, so there's a lot of book left to read, and I have just been thinking about this story a lot ever since I finished it the first time and wanting to reread scenes and stuff, so I just figured I would do like a very slow reread of it so I can stay in the story longer. And so if I manage to finish all of those other books, I'll just pick this one up and get as far as I can until that 24 hours is up, and I'm looking forward to it because I loved this book. So hopefully I will be able to get to all of those books during my 24-hour readathon, which again will end on Sunday. And then I'll have the rest of the week to pick up all these other books. So hopefully I don't get too burned out from that 24-hour readathon. I don't think I will because I'm just super in the reading mood. But for the rest of the week, I also plan to pick up Girls with Rebel Souls by Suzanne Young. This is the third book in the trilogy. I think it's just a trilogy. In the Girls with Sharp Sticks series, trilogy, whatever. So this is the first book, this is the second book, and I really, really liked the first book, and I absolutely loved the second book. I read it in a single sitting, and this book is fairly short. It's only like 300 pages, and I'm just really interested to see where the story goes from here. Yeah, I don't really want to say too much about this book because it is the third book in what I think is a trilogy, so I don't want to give anything away, but it's definitely really, really good, and you should pick it up. I also hope to pick up Shipped by Angie Hockman. I have been eagerly anticipating this book since Gabby from Gabby Reads read it and compared it to The Unhoneymooners and The Hating Game, which are two of my favorite adult romances. So when she said that this book is basically like a mashup of those books, I was instantly interested. But I haven't been in the mood for contemporary books and romance books as much as I've been in the mood for fantasy books. So I'm curious to see if I'll still be interested to pick this one up. It's not that long, and I think it'll just be a fun, quick read to read over spring break, and I am definitely looking forward to this one. Now, these next books are also something that I plan to vlog while reading these, and that is the remainder of Fredrik Backman's books that I have yet to read. So I am a huge Fredrik Backman fan. I've read 5. I do this every time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've read 5 of his books so far, and Anxious People is one of my favorite books of all time. So I've tried to read more just because I really, really like Fredrik Backman's writing, and he hasn't disappointed me yet. And so I've just decided that I'm just going to read everything that he's written. And I have since then collected the remaining 4 books that I need, and I plan to read all 4 of them and vlog that whole experience of completing Fredrik Backman's backlist. So look out for that video. So yeah, these books are My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry. Britt Marie was here. These are the 2 like actual novels. And then there's also the novella And Every Morning the Way Home Gets Longer and Longer. And then there's also this one, which I'm not sure if it's fiction or nonfiction. I think it's nonfiction. But it's Things My Son Needs to Know About the World, and I think it's basically just like exactly what it sounds, just Fredrik Backman like giving like advice to his son, like, hey, here's some things that I want you to know about the world. Good job, Hannah. But I think it'll just be like a really quick, heartwarming, funny kind of thing, like where Fredrik Backman just talks about life. Either way, I'm excited. So yeah, I plan to read those 4 and vlog the whole experience. So if you are interested to see my thoughts on these books, look out for that video. So those are all of the books that I have plans to pick up during my spring break. If I can read more, I definitely will, but I think that's like 10 books right now. And, you know, is it ambitious? Maybe. But do I think I can do it? Also, maybe. I think I can. I think I can do it. I can do it. So yeah, make sure that you keep your eyes peeled for my 24-hour readathon vlog that I will be doing and my Frederick Bachman backlist reading vlog that I'll be doing. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, you can let me know by liking and subscribing down below. And if you want to leave a comment down below, I always greatly appreciate when people comment, take the time out of their day to tell me something. It just makes me feel happy. So if you want to leave a comment, I would appreciate that. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye!